right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Studio 7. Matt Beauvais.
Mercedes Wilson.
And Autumn Lewandowski.
One of these days.
You should have went the other way.
I should have went the other way. I should have went Autumn Lewandowski. Or I should have just been like, hey, welcome
wouldn't
to
have
Studio
been ready.
7. Bang, bang, bang. It feels
I was
like
looking
we're
at
kind
weather
of,
stuff.
It feels like we're kind of in a routine here. So what's going on, everyone? Long time no talk.
I know. How are you?
All in the same spot here.
Tired.
Oh, I
I'm
bet you
tired.
are.
That's okay, though. That's just kind
life.
of what that just kind of comes with this time of year. And then also, life. Having a
Yeah.
child
Just life.
just punches you in the face over and over and over again.
That's a good way to describe it.
Not literally, but it's like every day, you know.
Figuratively.
Well,
You
it
know-
depends on the kid. Sometimes it's literally.
You know what we just
Yeah.
ran into? So she is at the point now, she wants to play with everything. She wants to always be busy. She always wants to be doing something. So my wife was like, hey, I really like, she has a water table in the summer where she goes outside and just, pours water. So my wife was like, what if we filled something with like rice? That seems like a good idea. She'll play with that. I've heard people do that. And
Yeah.
oh my God, our house
Got it everywhere?
our house looks like a restaurant. There is rice all over the place. There's like in random little pockets.
sliding hazard.
That's what I mean. She falls all over the place because she's on the rice. You look in the corner and there's a little thing of rice and you're like, how did this get here? And now it's all over the place. So now we're in the process of trying to clear up the 2 20-pound bags of rice we poured into this table.
Treasure the moments, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
the best. It's the best. It's
Keeps
just
them
like,
busy.
Oh my gosh. It just, it keeps you on
and
your
you
toes.
busy.
Right.
So busy. It never stops.
Nice cup, Beauvais.
When I drop off my daughter at my in-laws, they give me a cup of coffee to go. So this is the cup that I was given today.
That is so sweet.
This is like, is this a Christmas cup?
It looks like it.
It's
It looks like,
it looks like
poinsettias, right? They look like poinsettias? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still
Is
Christmas
that
almost.
ceramic?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. I
You're a
like
very
it.
blessed man because your in-laws could be giving you something else.
Oh, that's true.
They're giving you
I mean,
cups of
nothing at
coffee.
all.
They could be telling me I'm number one. But no, they take it. And we're very fortunate too. Like we are in a position where we are both from Western New York and my mother and her parents are able to help a lot, which is
I love that.
unbelievable.
I love
And it's
that.
awesome for our daughter too, because she gets
Yeah.
to spend a lot of quality time with family.
I love that. So when we had our son 21 years ago, I lived in Olean.
Okay.
None of my family was there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's far.
Did you do daycare?
I couldn't
Did you
imagine.
have to,
Yeah.
or did you just not?
I worked at the YMCA, and part of the reason I did was because it was free daycare. But
okay.
then I never got a break because he went to work with me.
I was gonna say that's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
Oh goodness
But
gracious.
we had no family.
You know what? Daycare is so unbelievably expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is legitimately, if you have more, I mean, even if you have one kid, but if you have more than one kid
Mm-hmm.
and you need to pay for daycare, I don't know how you do it.
And
'Cause
nobody
it is-
gives twin discounts.
No, they don't give you like
I'm like, there's no discount, buy one, get one.
like a half off or something. No,
Nope.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, we're at the point now. She's not 2 yet, but when she turns 2, we started to like trying to look into a couple different options, and there's like pre-K2, pre-K3,
Yeah.
all these different programs, and you're like, I don't know what any of this means, but I mean, even those are like
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
You know what
crazy.
else
Oh,
is
yeah.
expensive?
It is.
Good segue here. Eating out.
Yeah, dude.
Totally.
Dude.
I do it less because of it.
Yeah. How often would you say you eat out?
We're probably at least once a week. At least.
Like a full-on meal. You're saying like you go to a restaurant once a week, or once a week? is
Yeah. Or
Like
I'll
drive
pick-
through.
I mean, then it might be twice.
Yeah.
One picking up, one going out. But it's super expensive. And then sometimes, not to put it against any of the restaurants, but they're understaffed or, so then your service is like not as great or, whatever. So now you're paying a ton of money for kind of lowered kind of
But when you
service
say
and-
the service isn't great, like, is it because you just wait a longer period of time or the literal service?
I mean, it could be a multitude
Yeah.
of things. They could be understaffed in the kitchen, so then it takes 45 minutes to even get anything.
Yeah.
You could be understaffed as in your waitress or waiter, and so now your service isn't, coming the way that you normally would have it. Or, we waited at a restaurant one day for 15 minutes. They brought out water at some point, but we were waiting there for 15 minutes and we were kind of on a time crunch and there was no one there to tell.
Just get up and leave?
We did.
Yeah. I don't
did.
I mean, I don't
And
think
it wasn't like any ill. I was like, there was no ill
gotta
intent
go.
to it. It was like, we just got to go. We'll save their time, save our time, and just go. Because obviously they didn't have the staff in order to take care of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we just had to leave, which is sad to say. But
so you would say probably twice a week you go out. and one of them you would say you're picking it up and bringing it home or getting it for lunch
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And then one of the other times you're actually like going to a restaurant.
Yeah,
sitting down and
usually
having
one
a
of the
meal.
weekend days we'll go out and have a meal.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
We DoorDash.
You know what? I've never DoorDashed in my life.
What?
I have never.
Yeah.
I am incredibly frugal with things.
Yeah.
I could just go get it. That's
Right.
that is my mindset, and I know that is a very because there is a price to convenience. I have never. I do not have the app on my phone.
Wow.
I don't have it either.
No, I'm just
Oh,
like
I love it.
if I need it, I'll go get it. It's kind of my mindset, and it also then keeps me from doing it for the convenience. And just okay, then you got to make something, or you got to find something to eat at home. Because
Right.
how many it would be so convenient. You know, my schedule's all over the place. There's times when I get home at 8:30, the baby's already in bed, and my wife's about
Yeah.
to go to bed.
Yeah,
And
that
it would
way
be
I'm not DoorDash.
And it would be so convenient to just like order DoorDash. Oh, I can have Chipotle waiting for me at the house. That sounds so easy.
Yeah.
And I'll just get home, and I'm just like, well, it just forces me to
Well, don't
figure something else out.
don't get it because it gets addictive when you do
How
it.
often do you
Yeah.
do it? Oh no.
At least 3 times a week.
Dang.
And that's just me. So it's me, my husband, and our daughter on the account. So I get picked. There was one time recently, the DoorDash guy called me at 2 a.m. and was like, "Hey, I'm here with your food," and I'm like, "That must be my daughter." Let me call her. And I'm like, "Gabby, why are you ordering Wendy's at 2 a.m?"
Well, sometimes Wendy's hits. You ever had a Frosty and fries at 2 a.m.? It hits different.
But she was DoorDashing Wendy's at 2 a.m.
Oh my
Can I
goodness.
ask you? You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
What is the most you guys have spent in a month on DoorDash?
Oh,
It's got to be a lot.
we've spent.
It's gotta be a lot.
We've spent grocery money, like because there's so many of us, and when we order for the family, between 800 and 1,000.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh, I knew it was going to be a big number. I didn't know it was
Gracious.
going to be $800.
That month, James cried.
that
He's like,
is-
"What are you doing?"
We're getting the
I
wrap
would have been
thing.
like,
We're going to keep
oh, delete.
We'll be right back. All right, so here's the question based off of this whole DoorDash thing. Would you rather never use DoorDash again or never go out to eat again? It's a good one, right? I came up with a good question, right?
Never use DoorDash again because I really liked it. My family.
You like being able
we
to
have a
go
good
and spend time, but
Yeah.
then you lose the convenience. And I mean, you said you use it a lot, so you would lose that convenience.
Well, that just means when I go grocery shopping, we're just gonna. It's gonna be nuts.
Spend a lot
It's
more money, but,
yeah.
but you lose.
Everyone's got to give you some extra cash
Yeah,
because you are
there
now
we
the
go.
DoorDasher.
Yep.
So I'm assuming the same thing for you, right? Well, we
Yeah,
don't DoorDash, so
right. That's kind of an easier
this was
one.
more of a you question.
Yeah.
Actually, this is an intervention.
Hey, I need an intervention. I need an intervention.
So welcome. So let me ask you this: so you DoorDash all the time, though? Like, what is your go-to DoorDash? You don't have to tell me like the restaurant or anything, but like, what's the type of food?
Ramen bowls.
Oh, that does sound good. Look at us.
I've heard
Yep.
of a new one that's on, I want to say, is that Walden or Union? My hairdresser told me about it. So I'll have to tell you. I
Yes,
have it in
please
my
do.
text message.
I legitimately don't think I have ever eaten ramen in Western New York.
Oh man, you're missing.
Do you
and
eat
there's
it
so
in
many good
Toronto?
ramen places.
I eat it when I travel.
Oh,
I'm
in
like,
Toronto.
Because like if I go somewhere, I'm like, oh, maybe like when I was in Seattle, I was like, oh, I want to go try like some ramen, or I want to go try some like Thai food or something.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, there's some really good. And
Rochester actually has a good ramen place
Yeah.
too.
Buffalo has a lot of good ones. I just,
Yeah,
I
there's a
just
lot.
Don't have them.
I would say Thai food is my
I
second.
feel like in Buffalo,
Pad
I
Thai.
get like Italian food, Mexican food, or like Asian food, like Chinese.
It's all good though. We have a lot of good food.
Yeah, I
We do have a
love
lot of
Thai
good food.
too.
All right, we're
Thai basil.
yeah.
Mm.
all right. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Studio 7. So before the break, we're talking about DoorDash and how bad we are at it.
Yeah.
Or how bad I am at it. 'cause
Yeah,
you two don't do it.
No, I've never done it, and I know that I want to keep it like, you know what it's similar to, and this is a bad comparison. I have never downloaded TikTok because I know if I get
Really?
it, I have never downloaded TikTok because I know if I get it, I will spend way too much time on
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and I do not want to
Yeah,
give
yeah, yeah.
myself another outlet to waste time.
Yeah.
Or in
Right.
the DoorDash case, I do
I
not
can
want to
get
say
that.
waste money because you need to eat, and there's a convenience to be
But you
had.
can waste money on eating
But
out,
you
though.
can. It becomes a little bit too convenient. It becomes a little bit too easy.
Yeah,
So I've even got actually a couple DoorDash gift cards that people have given us for things over the years, and they just have not been. We have a, like a little like folder with all of like our gift card or a
Yep,
little.
yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
we got one
what?
too.
Right. What do you do with gift cards?
You use them.
Yeah, I know, but where do you put them before you use them?
in my wallet because I'm going to use them.
Oh no,
See, I would lose them if
That's
they
what
were
I
in my
mean.
if they were in my wallet or something. Yeah, we've got like a little square container that's got them
Yeah.
all, and they were like, "Ooh, maybe we'll go here."
So then
or
you
we'll
just
do
think
this."
about it and then go through it.
yes.
Yeah.
She's like, no. Yeah, when we get gift cards, we don't just immediately put it. I mean, why?
You should see my fam. Everybody puts it in their little purses, and for the next week, the girls are like, "I need to go to Wendy's."
No, but then it's almost like a fun little game because when you go into the box, you're like, oh, we have a gift card for this place. We could do that. Or, oh, we've got a gift card for this. Like, it's almost like out of sight, out of mind. And then you can get back to it.
There's 6
and you're
people
like,
in my house. Everybody's always saying, "Mom, what are we eating?"
I mean, we still have Target gift cards from like my wife's shower and stuff. Like, that's an easy. Oh, like, yeah.
Let me see that folder. I'll just sort through it for
There,
you.
Yeah.
there is, it's
I'll put it in order
it's
for
a
you.
nice folder. We could get through a couple months on that folder. To be
You could be
honest.
door dashing with that folder.
I could be
man.
door dashing with that folder. Yeah, and like I don't know. I also just don't mind now with a little one running around, getting out of the house for 20 minutes and going and picking something up. If my wife's like, "Hey, I'm in the mood for this," I'm like, "All right, I'll go get it.
I'll go.
So like, sounds good. Might make a couple stops on the way. See you in a little bit.
Well, you guys have good winters in Grand Island, so I wouldn't mind.
There's not
Yeah.
there's not even a winter on Grand Island. It's 84 and sunny today. I don't even
You
know.
still have green grass.
Yeah,
No?
right. It's always green grass. So the DoorDash thing. So you DoorDash a lot, but
And Instacart.
so that is for groceries.
Yep.
You just get your groceries.
Well, you can get
delivered.
more. I Instacarted my makeup last week.
Okay, so it's anything from a grocery store. Basically, they can put it.
Anywhere. Target, Ulta.
That is the okay. So that is the one thing or one convenience that we do have. We do a Walmart grocery pickup thing, and that is very nice. You guys do that?
No.
Okay, so I like grocery shopping. I do the grocery
it.
shopping
Yep.
for our family. I go and I usually pick up everything. The problem we run into is my wife likes stuff from different places. So I go to multiple grocery stores sometimes to get
Like you get the meat from here and the.
Yeah, well, she's a vegetarian too, so it's like I'm going to one place to get the produce, and I'm going to like one place to get snacks, and it's like, what are we?
Yeah,
doing?
that's too much.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's
here?
a lot. That's a
My
lot.
husband likes to go as a family.
Really?
really?
It's a family trip grocery
Do
shopping?
you like to go as a family?
Does it look like?
I'm
I like
saying,
to
look at her
go?
face.
It does not look like you like to go as a family. That's good quality bonding time. I don't know. what
That's
you're
not
talking
bonding
about.
time.
Oh, that's
The groceries.
it's just, and if you don't have a list, you're like, what do you want? What do you want? And then, Natalia, she's got her own idea of
Yeah.
what she wants. It's like, oh my gosh, this is taking too long.
No, I like to go.
Yeah.
I very often go. It'll be my daughter and I. And we are now at the phase where she can go in the cart that has like the wheel,
Yeah.
like she's
Oh, I
driving.
love that.
So it distracts her for 30 minutes, which is fine. And I am efficient. Like I can grocery shop quick. I know where everything is.
Oh, so
you need
so
to
you
be
don't
a
pick up
DoorDash.
stuff?
You need
Oh,
to be
I-
an
yeah,
Instacart
right.
person.
Legitimately, if I had the time, I find it incredibly therapeutic to have a list of things that I know I need and to slowly see that list diminish. There are certain tasks that I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like cutting the lawn. You see the progress being made
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you're doing it.
And it's so neat.
Yes, and I like the kind of instant gratification of like, done. Like feels like very like freeing to me.
It is therapeutic to have a list of groceries and then pick up 10 other things you don't need on the way for me.
I don't disagree. I like grocery shopping.
I check it and then I go to the next. Ooh, that looks good too. And then I go over. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I go through every aisle.
But that Walmart groceries thing that we do is nice because it's super inexpensive for the year. I think it's like $50 for a year subscription.
Oh, that's
And it
not
is
bad.
nice because you can do same day delivery. So if we know it is going to be a busy day and we have a couple things that we know we're going to need, the only like parameter is that you have to spend to get free shipping $35. So sometimes you find yourself just buying things to get to the $35 threshold. If you're like, oh, I need a gallon of milk, I need bananas, I need eggs, and I need a loaf of bread. It's like, okay.
Oh, that's $200 right there.
well, I was
Yeah.
going to say that's 13.
Just add a big pack of toilet paper. You know you're going to use it at some
It's like,
point.
oh,
there
that's
you go.
$13. Okay, get this or whatever. So yeah, that is the one like little convenience thing that we will actually use. But other than that, no, I go to the grocery store once or twice a week. Bring Ellie
Oh,
with me,
man.
and
I love that.
Yeah, well, we do. So these are my Fridays usually because Fridays during football season they're relatively quiet sometimes. So what I will do is instead of having off like Saturday, Sunday, like some people have off, I'll have off
Right.
Friday, Tuesday. Those are
Yeah,
usually my
yeah,
days
yeah,
off.
yeah.
So on Friday mornings, I meet my two friends out for breakfast with Ellie. My two buddies.
so cool.
So the three of us every single week we go to breakfast, and that's at 9:30 or whatever. And then after breakfast, I go grocery shopping, and then after grocery shopping, it's time for nap time. So she comes home. We take it.
Yeah,
She put her down for a nap.
You got
and
in
then
in a swing.
get into like a
Yeah.
little routine
Groove,
because it's
groove.
nice because like it like almost takes the day up to nap time. Because if I was just sitting at the house and waiting until 12:30,
And you got an entertainer.
and you got an entertainer,
Oh yeah.
and then you put down nap time, and then you would be like, oh, this is the only hour and a half of the day that I will be productive.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're not productive because you're exhausted. And
Right,
then you
right,
end up
right.
falling asleep.
Right.
And then you wake up 20 minutes later to the baby monitor. Get me, come on, daddy, daddy. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, now you got to entertain the baby until mommy gets home.
So, question: how long are you and your friends at breakfast?
I'd say about an hour. Get a
Okay.
couple, cups of coffee.
And
we get.
breakfast also not cheap anymore.
Oh my! There. I mean, so what we do.
Denny's isn't cheap anymore.
We don't go to Denny's, but it's still not cheap. I mean,
No, Denny's is not cheap either. No, none of it. It's cheap.
It ends up just all working out the same. We just rotate who pays. It's not like we split the bill. It's just like 1 week I pay, the next week one other person pays, the next week the other person pays. I mean, every time we go, it's 3 people and a scrambled egg on the side, and it's at least $60 every single time before tip.
Denny's used to have that. What?
All right, we gotta go. Yeah, we'll talk about Denny's coming up. All right, this is a contentious debate that we have had in my friend group for years.
Okay.
If you were going to a restaurant and you were going to order sausage, and they tell you links or patties, what do you say?
Ooh,
I say patties.
See, that's what I said.
it changes.
And
it depends on the mood.
I have been poked fun at.
Why?
Because apparently the only way you get patties is if you're having a sandwich because it makes more sense for the surface area, and every other time should be links. Alyssa is not.
Y'all are overthinking it.
It's a very valid question
No,
because this has been something we talked about for years.
Is it still pork?
Yeah.
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 And
It's good to me.
and I like it like well done. Like I like it like seared almost.
Oh, see, I wouldn't do that. Although
I don't like it when
Like-
it's like,
like
all
jerky?
flimsy and flop. No, just like it ends up on like a hot pan. So then like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. You just have like a little char
I get
on
what you're
either
saying.
side.
A little more snap.
Yes.
A little more snap.
Yes.
So links or patties.
It depends on the mood. It would change. It depends on how many links I get versus one patty.
Well, that's a very it shouldn't be.
If you give me 2 links, I'm saying patty.
Well, most of the time, I would think it's 2 patties or 3 links.
Oh no, those 3 links don't make up for 2 patties.
But the patties aren't here. I mean,
Well,
the
then I'm
patties
getting the
are-
patties.
Okay, I don't
Depends
disagree.
on where you're going.
It also depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
Or would you get bacon? Or ham?
Depends on where
That's
you're
why I
going.
cook it at home.
That's why you cook it at home.
But IHOP or Denny's is where my family loves to go.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes
We like
I get
Pancake
both.
House.
Pancake
Pancake
house is
House.
good.
That's really good too.
Yeah.
And expensive.
Yeah.
You know who else has a good breakfast? Costas.
Costa's is great. Zoe's,
Fabulous.
Zoe's fantastic. Zoe watches us. Hi, Zoe. They're watching probably right now.
They give a
Okay.
lot of bacon.
Well, then there you go.
So
You could tell them, give me half. Welcome back, everyone. So as we are doing this, we are looking at the menu for Denny's of all things
So they
to
still-
try and figure out if there's good values out there anymore.
yeah, 2468. I mean, this was
2468, but those are individual. What is the Super Slam? How much does that cost? Does it say?
order now.
$10. Starting at $10.
Oh, so yeah, starting at
Starting
yeah,
at $10. So that is
So
the
you can end
baseline.
up 20 bucks,
if you
25 bucks.
go out to breakfast right now, if you get a cup of coffee, you are at minimum
Do you
probably
know
spending.
how much a cup of coffee costs now?
Wow.
How much? I love how
I'm
passionate you
scared.
got about that.
She was like, "Do
It's
not
like
get me
$3
started."
or $4
Oh, I know.
for a cup of coffee.
What
I know.
size?
Just
Regular,
a
just a
regular.
cup.
I mean, they refill it, but
Yeah. I'm telling you, when the 3 of us go out to breakfast and we get 1 scrambled egg on this, we are talking about 3. We're not getting steak and eggs. It's like scrambled eggs, toast, couple pieces of bacon, and a cup of black coffee.
No,
It
no.
is
Okay.
3 orders of something similar to that, and then an additional order of a scrambled egg on the side for my daughter, and it is $60.
yeah.
And that's before you tip. So on a $60 tip, you're talking about $15.
Yeah.
So $75 to go out to breakfast.
I just want to say I love the fact that you take your daughter.
Oh, it's so fun.
I think it's
so
the
fun.
cutest thing.
It's so fun. And they love
Yeah.
it too. I mean, it's like we say, like, time with your uncles,
Yeah.
she sits there and she claps. And
I love it.
she's got an
I love it.
she's got an Elmo book now, so she just kind of really looks at the Elmo book, and then she goes
Yeah.
through all the different pages and stuff. Yeah, no, it's fun, and it's one thing that I really look forward to each week, but it is expensive.
I will say breakfast is the one meal that I really don't eat out on.
Oh,
It's lunch and dinner.
My take is that I would rather eat out for breakfast than maybe. Ooh, this is a good question. I like eating out for breakfast definitely more than lunch. Lunch is throwaway lunch. I don't care about lunch.
I do like a brunch,
Oh well, sure. I mean,
a Sunday brunch.
well,
Yeah,
that's
Sunday brunches
what I
for
can.
me aren't in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I don't get to do that very often. The Sunday brunch.
Yeah.
But here's my take on the Sunday brunch. Right, I gotta take on everything. You're back to work the next day. I don't like that.
Well, I mean, what
So
are you
you don't
doing
want to
at the
eat on
brunch?
Sunday? So you don't want to eat on Sunday because you
I would rather do that on Saturday. And then I would rather do that on Saturday and then not have to, think about work than do it on Sunday and know the next day I have to go back to work.
I don't.
It is what it is. You're going out earlier.
Sure, I guess.
It's an earlier
Because brunch
thing,
is
but-
what, 11?
Yeah,
11
about.
to 2, I would say, is kind of
Yeah,
like the
we
brunch
usually
window.
go maybe 1-ish.
What's your
a little bit in the
what's your
afternoon.
go-to order on a brunch? You like an eggs Benedict person, or you
No,
like
no.
you like savory breakfast, not
I
or
like
sweet?
I like both.
Okay.
But I have to have my savory before I have anything sweet.
Uh-huh.
So like we'll go to Stolot and I'll get something that's savory, and then
I don't know what that is.
Stolot.
No, I have no
It's
idea
a-
what
Oh,
that
it's
is.
in Eastern Hills Mall.
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
I've
It's
never
really
heard of
good.
it.
You
It's a
should try
Polish
it.
restaurant.
It's fabulous.
Okay.
Food.
But then they have like a little bakery within it,
Okay.
and then I'll get my like sweet after that.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What's like your go-to like breakfast order? Although you said you don't really love
But I
breakfast.
also don't like going out to breakfast. I like to
Yeah,
rather have that
yeah.
at home.
I would,
See,
I would
like
rather
going out
cook
to
breakfast. And I'm getting old. Don't laugh at me. But you're laughing already. You're laughing already. My newest thing that I fell in love with, and I never thought I would, steel cut oats. Dude, fix your face.
I
Fix
know.
your face.
You sound like
My
it's-
daughter loves oatmeal, 5-minute
Yes.
oats. Like,
I
and,
love oats.
and what she doesn't finish, like I'll finish for her. I'm like, these are so good.
So good.
No, there's like a
You add
little.
some fresh fruit and honey.
There's a little.
It'll change your life.
There's something nice about going to work and getting away from home a little bit. And for 30 seconds there, I just flashed into my kitchen with my wife telling me, "Oh, like let's just have steel cut oats." And
I'm
me thinking,
telling you,
and me
man.
thinking to myself, "Why?"
I used to watch him.
What
I
are
used
we
to
doing?
watch my grandpa
they're
eat like
filling.
cream of wheat and all that. But like, oh, he's so old.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Cream of
like,
wheat
I
I
need
do
my
not
steel cut oats cooked really slow for 30 minutes. I'm telling you, it's fabulous.
That seems like. I mean, what do you put in it?
A little bit of honey.
Just a little bit of
A
honey.
little bit of honey.
Still cut oats. A little
You can
bit
throw
of honey.
some fruit in there.
Sure.
Throw some blueberries.
No, what we do on on the weekend. So my daughter, I would say most mornings I will make like 2 scrambled eggs and then like a serving of egg whites. And I will make scrambled eggs and we divide that in half. So she gets half, I get half. And then usually like cut up fruit and then maybe, I don't know, like a little thing of peanut butter for her so she can dip the fruit in it.
Yeah.
So that is like a regular breakfast during the week, but my wife is huge with oatmeal. So for weekends, she's always like, "Oh, let's make oatmeal or something." And I'm like, "It's a Saturday. I just worked the week." And I was like, and my reward for Saturday
Some steel cut
is
oats.
Some-
steel cut oats.
You
She's
like grits?
She's like, "I'll put cinnamon on them."
You
I'm
like
like,
grits?
no, I don't like grits.
You like grits?
I don't mind grits. I don't
He's
want
laughing. You laughing at?
Yeah, I don't like to make them. I would rather have them out, but I don't like them healthy either. They have to have
Oh, I need the butter.
some-
That's-
the butter and everything else.
cheese.
that's
I
in
have
them.
never in my life made grits.
Oh my gosh.
I've never
in my
made them,
life.
but I lived down south for 2 years, so
Yeah.
Well, I make them all the time.
So that was a routine. So what's your ideal breakfast is legitimately steel cut oats?
Steel cut oats. But for my family, I'll make bacon, pancakes. We'll do grits. We'll do eggs for some fresh fruit, and they just kind of pick. Everybody just kind of picks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I love
They don't eat
making-
the steel cut oats. It's just me.
the weekends I love to make breakfast at home. Like I'm not the biggest cooker for lunch or dinner stuff,
Yeah.
but I can
What would
make
be your
some
go-to?
breakfast.
If I came over for breakfast, what you making?
It could be anything. Tell me what you want. But I love to make French toast. I make my dad's sausage biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
That's a fun that's a fun
Well,
one.
like,
hungry.
but like the
We're hungry.
dichotomy of that to steel cut oats.
Yeah.
So sausage biscuits and gravy. Steel. I'm not. This isn't a shot at you. I'm just like. we're talking about the same.
He
meal.
definitely go to your house.
Yeah.
Me eating my oats by
It's
myself.
just like one or the other. It's like I don't know. I feel like you
No competition.
no, right? You put on Steel Cut Oats and you watch your stories on the television.
I'm telling you, I do. Turn on the Bold and the Beautiful, or whatever comes
Yeah.
on ABC.
Well done. Well, good catch there. Good catch. General Hospital. All right.
Oh,
that's-
is it General Hospital?
Is that ABC?
Yes.
It's ABC.
Yeah,
All right,
see?
that's us. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Steel Cut episode of
Nice.
Studio 7. We'll talk to you guys soon.